Hey, so in this video I show you how to make Rote Wurst, which is a specialty sausage from southern Germany, especially Baden-Württemberg. First of all, we need some lean beef, some fatty pork belly, and some pork back fat. And then because we will chop it and mix it super fine, we need some ice water or crushed ice or especially cold water. For the spices, I have salt and cure and white pepper. And here I have coriander, mace, ginger, and some garlic powder. There's also a regional variation where caraway seeds are added. However, my recipe is without it. And then we need some phosphates for the mixing process later on. First of all, cut the meat into cubes or strips that fit your meat grinder. Because this will be a super fine sausage, just make sure that you try to split the lean meat from the fat and then store it also in the bowl, like the lean on the one side and the fat on the other side, because we will use it in two different steps later on. Then put it into the freezer, let it get super cold before we grind it. And then for grinding, I'm using the smallest perforated disc. Again, especially if you don't have a special machine for it, it just makes it nicer and easier for the food processor later on. Then grind it through. And again, here you can see I separated the fat from the lean meat. You could also grind it through twice. This also makes it easier for the food processor. And then add the lean meat, the spices, salt, etc. and let it mix. Then you add the phosphates, let it mix again, and then you add the liquid. And it should be a super creamy slurry. And once this is together, then you can add the fat. Add it in pieces, don't do everything at once, because then again it will be easier for your food processor and the texture will be better later on. Always have a look at the temperatures. It should not get too warm, so have it below 14 degrees Celsius, because otherwise the sausage could break later on. And here you can see it should look like this. And then it's time to fill the sausage. I'm using hawk casings, caliber 28-30. Just make sure you don't fill them too full, because they will get a bit bigger once we cook them. And then twist off the sausages in your desired length. Get them between your fingers, rotate them forward, skip one sausage and repeat. And now we will hang them in the smoker at around 50 degrees Celsius without smoke for roughly 20 to 30 minutes and let them dry. And as you can see here, now the casing has completely dried out, and then we add smoke and increase the temperature to 60 degrees and let it smoke for roughly 45 to 60 minutes. And then we poach them at 70 degrees Celsius for another 20 minutes to make sure that everything is cooked through. As you can see, nice color. And then put them in ice water or super cold water. This way they won't be wrinkled afterwards, even if they are cold. And then final step is to grill them, and you can see they burst open. There's also like a way where you cut them in and then they burst open like you want. Also a very traditional way to do this. As you can see, nice texture, even though we made it with a food processor. And yeah, taste wise, it's super like this awesome like beef pork mixture, and with the spices comes together nicely. It has this very, very good snap when you bite into it. So as always, if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and the full recipe is below. Bye bye.